Mount Isa for 2021. Happy Australia Day. A little bit of housekeeping before we start. A reminder, of course, during these times, particularly later when we're doing for tea or coffee or cake, remember social distancing from other families, and for anyone who needs to use the toilets are over to my right, let over there through those glasses. To open our Australia Day ceremony this morning, I'd like to invite Calcutta representative Barbara Sand. Invite her welcome to come. Please welcome Barbara.
I'd like to thank Barbara for the great day. I acknowledge our nation, past and present, and on behalf of the Calcutta community, we recognise our dignitaries that are here today, and we welcome you to Calcutta country. Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. And now, Mount Isa City Council has gone to great expense to give you a special surprise this morning. At great expense, I'd like to welcome the Rolling Tones to the stage to sing I Am Australia.
I am the ancient heart, the keeper of the flames. I stood upon the rocky shore, I watched the tall ships come for 40,000 years. I've been the first Australian. Upon the prison ship, bowed down by iron chains. I fought the land, endured the lash, and waited for the rains. I'm a settler, I'm a farmer's wife, on a dry and barren ground. A convict and a free man, I became Australian.
Daughter of a digger,
Clancy on his horse. I'm Ned Kelly on the road. I'm the one who walks Matilda. I am Australia. I'm the hot wind from the desert. I'm the black soil of the plains. I'm the mountains and the valleys. I'm the drought and flooding rain. I am the rock, I am the sky, the rivers when they run, the spirit of this great land. I am Australia. We are one, but we are many, and from all the lands on earth we come. We share a dream and sing with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australia. We are one, but we are many, and from all the lands on earth we come. We share a dream and sing with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australia. I am, you are, we are
Put your hands together again for them, one more time. Thank you. We are one. I'm not going to try and sing it. We are one, but we are many. And from all the lands on earth we come. We'll share a dream and sing with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australia. And that's why we celebrate Australia Day. I'd like to call now on Her Worship the Mayor, Daniel Slade, invite her up to come and provide the Australia Day welcome for this our official ceremony. Welcome, Daniel.
Well, happy Australia Day, everyone. I couldn't think of a better place to be in the world than Mount Isa today. We're the safest place in the world, and today is very special for us because we get to celebrate about being everything Australian and everything Mount Isa. I'd like to start with acknowledging Barbara Sam. Thank you for the welcome to the country. I'd also like to acknowledge our state member, Bob Catter. Thank you so much. I'd also like to acknowledge my fellow councillors, which is Councillor Kim Coggo, and also Councillor George Fortune, and our Deputy Mayor, Councillor Phil Barwick. Thank you. And I'd also just like to acknowledge our former Mayor, Tony McGrady. I see him sitting in the audience, and his wife, Sandra McGrady. So thank you so much for attending and staying true to your Mount Isa roots. Okay, so on Australia Day, we reflect, we respect, and we celebrate. We reflect our nation's true history, which began tens of thousands of years ago for our first Australians, the world's oldest living culture, and the impact that European settlement had on the first Australians and their way of life. We respect their extensive knowledge of the land, the sea, and the sky, and which allowed them to care for the country as they would for a family member. We reflect on the modern history, the waves of immigration that shaped us into one of the world's great multicultural success stories. We live in a beautiful country that presents harsh challenges: fire, flood, drought, and in 2020, a pandemic virus. This Australia Day, we reflect on the selfless and courageous sacrifices of thousands of frontline workers and volunteers. We reflect on their contribution to our lives, putting the safety and well-being of others before their own, to support the communities and to keep our nation going. We reflect on the resilience of communities and the spirit of helping and giving that defines the Australian spirit. We respect the stories, histories and contributions to all Australians, especially those who've sacrificed so much over the past year. We respect that regardless of where we have come from, the faith we follow, or the language we grew up speaking, we are all Australian and we all have a contribution to make. Australia Day is a day to celebrate together and celebrate being Australians. We celebrate our national's place in the world, a proud, ancient, multicultural nation built on shared values that allow us to enjoy the freedoms and opportunities that other nations aspire to. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor Slade. I'd now like to invite Kayla Greenfield from the Southern Gulf Catchments, representative from Southern Gulf Catchments, to come up and to present the Southern Gulf NRM Saris Crane Award. Would you welcome Kayla, please?
This year, the award goes to Mr. Paul Johnson.
Paul is the president of the Mount Isa Land Care Group and is the treasurer of the Gregory River Land Care Group. He's actively contributed to local environment and heritage projects for many years and is a cornerstone of a number of local community groups, including Rotary.
Thank you everybody for turning up today and welcoming all of us from Sydney. Didn't expect to be the first one. And I'd like to thank the council for putting this on today and for the Southern Gulf for awarding this prize. Thank you.
Congratulations, Paul, and thank you, Kayla. I now invite Deputy Mayor Bill Barwick to come up to the podium to present the Community Event of the Year Award.
Ladies and gentlemen, and honoured guests, the 2021 Community Event of the Year Award is presented to NAIDOC Week, the Salvation Army Mount Isa Recovery Service Centre. I'll invite Kay Smith and the team to come forward. Kay Smith is the manager of the Recovery Service Centre, and over the past 18 months she and her team have created a family-friendly community service. The COVID-safe NAIDOC Week Activities Day was attended by 400 people in total and included a welcome to country, traditional dances, a visit by the Salvation Army helicopter, young people ahead boomerang painting, information stalls, lead lines, gardening activity, a Serenity House collaborative art piece, jumping castle and a kids' corner. The event received a lot of positive feedback and not only supported the wider community to connect, but further supported its live-in clients to positively engage with other groups and individuals.
firstly, I'd just like to acknowledge the traditional owners, the Kalkadoon people of the land that we meet upon today, and also of the land that we have the privilege to reside and work upon. Thank you. Just acknowledgement to that. We are proud to accept this award on behalf of everyone who worked hard to make our NAIDOC celebration so successful. We thank you for recognising our work with this award. We look forward to celebrating our culture with all Australians and with all Mount Isans into the future with the Salvation Army in partnership with not just the Mount Isa City Council, but also the Mount Isa community. Our culture should be shared with everyone because it is a very beautiful culture. But yeah, it's something that unites us all on today, Australia Day. Thank you.
So congratulations, NAIDOC Week, the Salvation Army Mount Isa Recovery Service Centre. I'd invite Deputy Mayor Councillor Phil Barwick again to now present the Arts and Culture Award.
Thank you, Terry. Ladies and gentlemen, honoured guests, the 2021 Arts and Culture Awards presented to Sally Prendergast. Sally has brought dance into the lives of hundreds of children and adults, but more importantly, she has instilled self-esteem, self-love, and a host of fundamental life skills into the hearts and minds of her students. It's difficult to overstate the confidence and passion that Sally instills in her students and the importance of her sharing her passion for dance and arts with them. She has also had a very successful and award-winning local dance business. Congratulations, Sally.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you to Mount Isa City Council. All of a sudden, very nervous. It's been a lovely 10 years to bring dance to this region. I've loved it, and I've loved all the people I've met, all the experiences I've had. It's been a challenging 12 months. I've closed my business in the last 12 months, but the silver lining to that is that now I can be involved in the arts in this region without the added complication of it being my livelihood. So I look forward to the future. Thank you.
So again, once more for the Arts and Culture Award, Sally Prendergast. Thank you. Now I invite Councillor George Foreman to come up to present the Junior Sports Award. Welcome, George.
Thank you, Terry. Ladies and gentlemen and honoured guests, the 2021 Junior Sports Award is presented to Brock Bill. Brock has been a member of the Mount Isa community for more than 6 years. He is heavily involved in the Mount Isa Hockey Association in both the junior and senior ranks. Despite his young age of 14, Brock has already taken on the role of mentoring fellow goalkeepers within the region. He not only plays in his under-16 age group, but has also stepped up into the senior men's division. Last year, Brock was awarded the Mount Isa Hockey Junior Representative Player of the Year for his accomplishments across various regional and state teams. Despite the year of COVID, Brock still represented his state in both the indoor and outdoor facets of the game and was a constant volunteer in the upkeep of the association. With no volunteers in general for the 2020 season, without his help, things would not have happened throughout the year for local hockey players. He has definitely gone above and beyond for the betterment of the sport. Brock couldn't be here today, but sent a video message. Congratulations, Brock.
Thanks to all this year's nominees, I appreciate being recognised and receiving the Junior Sports Award. Thanks to the Mount Isa City Council for putting these awards on. Also, a big thanks to my parents for all the extra training sessions and sending me away to all of my hobby trips. Cheers.
Congratulations to Brockville. I'd now like to invite Councillor Kim Coghlan to come to the podium to present the Senior Sports Award. Welcome, Kim.
Ladies and gentlemen and honoured guests, the 2021 Senior Sports Award is presented to Jerome Sopiaga. Jerome is the President of the Mount Isa Basketball Association, which in itself is a full-time job and is done entirely on a volunteer basis on top of his full-time paid job. On his days off, he spends all his time at the gym, repairing equipment, looking for sponsors, buffing the floors and organising teams and games. He also carries out training with senior and junior groups for basketball and volleyball, travels with junior and senior basketball teams to play games in Cloncurry, is helping out getting futsal back up and running in Mount Isa and runs referee workshops. Jerome couldn't be here today because he's actually in Mackay with the men's basketball side, who unfortunately in last night's semi-final went down by 4 points to a Mackay team. So is there anyone here that could come forward and accept this award on behalf of Jerome? Thank you. Winner of the 2021 Senior Sports Award is Jerome.
And I'd also like to invite Kim to present the Senior Citizen of the Year Award.
Ladies and gentlemen and honoured guests, the 2021 Senior Citizen of the Year Award is presented to Shelley Howe. Shelley is a local woman who has qualifications in nursing, midwifery and child maternal health. She has worked diligently in the local child health sector and aged care assessment team, providing support for seniors in the Northwest, and became the Mount Isa State High School nurse in 1999. Shelley has worked tirelessly to ensure that local children and teenagers have the opportunity to support themselves in difficult situations. She has been associated with Spinifex State College PNC for around 20 years and has been a rock within the community, supporting teachers, staff and parents. She is an exceptional woman and an inspiration to us all for her selfless dedication for the betterment of others. Congratulations, Shelley.
I'd just like to say that as a volunteer, being recognised today is humbling. Every volunteer is supported by lots of other people who are never recognised, and I'd like to encourage all parents here to get involved with your PNCs at the schools, because your schools can't function to their optimum if parents don't get involved. Thank you.
Congratulations to Shelley Howe, 2021 Senior Citizen of the Year. Thank you, Kim. I'd now like to invite Councillor George Fortune back up to the stage to present the Young Citizen of the Year Award.
Ladies and gentlemen and honoured guests, the 2021 Young Citizen of the Year Award is presented to Darcy Ryder. Darcy Ryder graduated from Good Shepherd Catholic College in 2020. In his final year, he received the Deus Caritas Est Award for Mount Isa. This award is presented by the Townsville Catholic Diocese during Catholic Education Week to one student from every secondary school who, by words and actions, shows a love for God, others and self. He has also received the Matthew Tarquin Award, Holly James Award and Caltech's All-Rounder. Due to his excellent sporting achievements, he has also been awarded Senior Sports Person Award for the Good Shepherd Catholic College. Darcy is an outstanding sportsman and a role model for younger children in our community. He has strong links to the Catholic Church and a leader with the youth group. He also cooks and serves with the Jambalaya Kitchen, which feeds the homeless and helps where he can in order to make a difference in people's lives. Darcy couldn't be here today, and he has, Sister Phoebe has accepted the award on his behalf, or will accept the award on his behalf, and speak in place of Darcy. Thank you, Phoebe.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Phoebe Ryder, Darcy's older sister. Today I'm receiving this award on his behalf. Unfortunately, Darcy couldn't be here this morning as he is away in Mackay representing Mount Isa for basketball. Firstly, Darcy would like to thank the Mount Isa City Council for organising this event and the awards involved. Darcy is very proud, honoured and humbled to be receiving this award today. He is privileged to have been nominated and accepted. There are a few important people and communities Darcy would like to thank. Firstly, Darcy has been born and bred in Mount Isa and takes pride in representing the community in a sport he loves. He would like to thank the Mount Isa community for the recognition of Young Citizen of the Year. Darcy would also like to thank the Catholic parish community who have played a major role in getting him where he is today and shaping his beliefs and values. Most importantly, Darcy would like to thank his family. He described receiving this award as a big achievement not only for himself but for our family. Thank you.
Congratulations to Darcy, the 2021 Young Citizen of the Year Award, Darcy Ryder. Thank you. Thank you. I now invite Mayor Danielle Slade to come to the podium to present the Citizen of the Year and Spirit of Mount Isa Awards. Welcome again, Danielle.
Ladies and gentlemen and honoured guests, the 2021 Citizen of the Year, I'm proud to say, is Bob Jakeman. Just read Bob's achievements, and I was going to get Terry to read this out, but then Councillor Coughlin has scribbled all over this. So, Bob Jakeman has worked tirelessly and faithfully with the Mount Isa Touch Association, the Lions Touch Club, Townies Rugby League Club, the Mount Isa Rugby League Club, and the Mount Isa Golf Club. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything there. And he's also a life member of the Mount Isa Touch Association. Bob arrived in Mount Isa more than 45 years ago to play rugby league for the Townies Club. Through his involvement as a player, committee member and builder of the club's clubhouse, he was eventually named a Townies Life member. Bob plays and still plays an integral role in keeping rugby league alive in Mount Isa and officiates rugby league games. He also referees, played and been a committee member of the Mount Isa Touch Association for many years and helps keep the touch grounds in top condition. Bob is now the president of the Mount Isa Golf Club and dedicates his time to improving the club's facilities and course. While now retired, during his years running his building business, Bob Jakeman Constructions, Bob gave generously to many sports and associations in Mount Isa in both monetary form and valued building advice. He is truly a valued member of the Mount Isa community, and I'm very proud to give you this award today, Bob Jakeman.
wife and I came from New South Wales 45 years ago for 12 months and then move on. But the amount of people that we met here in the first 12 months, we decided to stay and keep staying. Over the years we've been involved, both of us, with counties, touch football, running a business, and later years now as a golf club. In all that time, one person has stood behind me, my wife Liz, 100%, showing the guidance, help, and telling me what to do. And also to the many volunteers that have been around us over the years. It made our life a lot easier, and maybe them people should have been up here instead of me. But that's as it is. But without their help and generosity and the businesses around town, we wouldn't be where we are today. So thank you very much. Thanks to the Mount Isa City Council and also the people of Mount Isa. Great people. Thank you.
Great to hear that Bob acknowledged also the boss, because those of us that have been married for many years know who the real boss is. Would you again put your hands together for Bob Jakeman, 2021 Citizen of the Year, Mount Isa.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, and honoured guests, we have two people being honoured for the Spirit of Mount Isa Awards today. And the first recipient, and a very worthwhile recipient of the Spirit of Mount Isa Award is Sue Carson. Through her animal rescue organisation, Paws, Hawks and Paws, Sue has been the driving force behind looking after mistreated and abandoned animals at Mount Isa for more than a decade. Sue has worked tirelessly and has been a vocal advocate for her cause. Thanks to her compassion and commitment, thousands of animals have found homes in Mount Isa and beyond. But on behalf of Mount Isa, thank you so much, Sue Carson.
Thank you. Thank you to the council. It's a privilege to receive an award for something that you do because you're passionate about it. I do receive this on behalf of Paws, Hoofs and Claws, which have done amazing work, and I couldn't do it without a band of volunteers. We're all volunteers who are there whenever I need them. We have Paula Boone, who is my right-hand man. Our treasurer, Melinda Anderson, keeps the books on the straight and narrow, and it's quite a challenging job. And the foster carers, and I see a few of them here today. Our foster carers are the backbone of Paws, Hoofs and Claws. We cannot do what we do without them. They can sometimes take an animal into care with a minute's notice. That means help, and basically without them we would not have the numbers of animals which we have rescued. Our animals are now all over Australia, going from Tasmania through to Busselton, up to Kununurra, Darwin, Cairns, everywhere, and they are actually talking for us even though they can't speak. So I thank Mount Isa community. Without the community, we couldn't do it either. They are always there helping us with donations, with help of all sorts, and we really appreciate the acknowledgement today. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen and honoured guests, that brings us to our second Spirit of Mount Isa Awards, and this is going to be presented to Lorna Fisher. Congratulations. Lorna moved to Mount Isa with her husband and children in 1985 and quickly became immersed in the local community. She's a proud Mount Isa resident and gives so much of her time, passion and genuine love to our community. Lorna is heavily involved in the Good Shepherd Catholic Church. She has been passionately teaching religious education in multiple local schools for more than 30 years. Volunteers a lot of her time through the Good Shepherd Parish and plays a big role in organising the annual Multicultural Festival. Lorna steps in at the Good Shepherd Catholic Church whenever Father Mick is away by supporting people in hospital and delivering Holy Communion to those who request it. She's a loving mum and grandmother, full-time carer for her husband, and regularly looks after her grandchildren. Congratulations, Lorna.
Thank you very much, this is amazing. I'd like to acknowledge the council for what they put on today. I think this is really quite something. And I'd also like to acknowledge my two beautiful daughters who have organised this behind my back, so it was a complete surprise. I have been teaching religion in the state primary schools here in Mount Isa for 34 years, and I'm still doing it. And it's a challenge, but very rewarding, because a lot of the children don't know anything about the love and forgiveness of Jesus. And life can, even when one goes through a happy time, can have its ups and downs, but when time is really when the chips are down, it's wonderful to know that there's somebody there loving you and wanting to be with you, and that's Jesus. He's always there with us. What I have learned with organising the program here in Mount Isa on behalf of the Council of Christian Churches is that it's an ecumenical program. It's not just one particular church. So we have volunteers coming from all the different Christian churches here in Mount Isa. And that's what it's all about, is bringing together the whole body of Christ. And that's, again, very fulfilling. So thank you for letting me be part of this today. Thank you.
So I'd like to mention to all award winners, if you would stay around please after the official function part of it is over, we'd like to get a group photo on stage. So that's after the official part is over. But right now I'd like to welcome back again to entertain us and so that we can enjoy the spirit of beautiful singing. I'd like to invite the Rolling Tones to sing Waltzing Matilda.
tucker back. You come along, sing Matilda with me. Oh, sing, oh, sing, you come with me. And he sang as he shot that jumbuck in his tucker back. You come along, sing Matilda with me. On rode the squatter, mounted on his thoroughbred. Down came the troopers, 1, 2, 3. Who's that jolly jumbuck you've got in your tucker bag? You come along, sing Matilda with me. Oh, sing, you come with me. And that jolly jumbuck you got in your tucker bag. You come along, sing Matilda with me. Up jumped the swag that sprang into the billabong. You never catch me alive, said he. His ghost may be heard as you pass by the billabong. You come along, sing Matilda with me. Oh, sing, you come with me. And his ghost may be heard as you pass by the billabong. You come along, sing Matilda with me.
One more time, please put your hands together for the rolling party. It's now time for a very important part of any Australia Day ceremony, and I'd invite the Mayor, Mayor Slade, to come to the stage for the Australian Citizenship ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to start off by reading a letter from the Honourable Alex Hawke, MP, Minister for Immigration, Citizenship, Migrant Services and Multicultural Affairs. Today, you become an Australian citizen. We are immensely proud of what we have achieved as a nation, and we welcome you joining us. Our history and culture has been forged over thousands of years, first through Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, and more recently through people from all corners of the earth. Australia has succeeded as a nation by embracing and defending our national values. We believe in freedom and dignity of each individual, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, and freedom of association. We value the rule of law, democracy, and equality of opportunity for all people. We stand with other democracies in helping to defend and protect these hard-fought freedoms. We are a resilient nation. Drought, bushfires, floods, and global pandemics have challenged our normal way of life. Our social cohesive. A key strength of Australia has never been more important. Upon taking the pledge of the commitment today, I call on you to embrace these values and the rights and responsibilities of Australia's citizenship, and play an active part in your local communities to build an even stronger nation. On behalf of the Australian Government, I congratulate you on reaching this very special day. Alex Hawke. Wow, congratulations. As Mayor of Mount Isa, I personally congratulate each and every one of you for your decision to become an Australian citizen. Australian citizenship represents full and formal membership of the community of the Commonwealth of Australia. And Australian citizenship is a common bond involving reciprocal rights and obligations, uniting Australians while respecting their diversity. Persons of whom Australian citizenship is conferred enjoy these rights and undertake to accept these obligations. A, by pledging loyalty to Australia and its people. B, by sharing their democratic beliefs. C, by respecting their rights and liberties, and by upholding and obeying the laws of Australia. We have built a nation in which people can bring all they have to Australia. We have the freedom to express and share our cultural heritage within the law, and we can all participate, contribute, and belong as Australians. Acquiring Australian citizenship is a public declaration of your commitment to Australia. Making the pledge is the final step in your becoming an Australian citizen. All right. For those who pledged with card number 1, would you please stand? And this is the one for pledging to God. The words of the pledge are set out in your pledge card. Please read and repeat after me. From this time forward, under God, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, and whose laws I will uphold and obey. Please be seated. So, second, those who have the pledge card number 2. This is the one with that God mentioned. The words on the pledge card are set out on your pledge card. Please read and repeat after me. From this time forward, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, and whose laws I uphold and obey. Please be seated. Please join me in congratulating our new Australian citizens. I now call on Deputy Mayor and also Councillor Kim Coughlin to come up and help present the certificates.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'll just read out and the certificates to the Mayor to present to the new citizens. Congratulations, everybody. First up, we have Aishana Namuku Senaratne Kandauda Arachik. Joanna Barrero Capuno. Jose Luis Capuno. Sanjay Ravanesh Chand. Darshika Chevy. Ackroyd Savitze Kwaramba. Michelle Torero Kwaramba. Rosalind Kwaramba. Tatenda Charles Kwaramba. Sharon Mould Pushiakal Joseph. Suthan Fazawad. Mohammed Amjad Rashid. And Mohammed Hassan Amjad. Deborah Gale van der Meerburg. Jared Johannes van der Meerburg.
Thank you. Now that you are Australian citizens, you enjoy specific privileges and responsibilities. To obey the law, to register on the electoral roll and vote to help the Australian governments. You will have access to the Australian passports and you may be called to serve on jury duty. Citizenship also brings civil and social rights, the right to express your cultural heritage and beliefs, coupled with the responsibility to accept the rights of others to express their heritage and beliefs. Australia's strength lies in its people. Our people have made Australia what it is, building our nation into a vibrant, open and diverse society, of which we can all be proud of. No one who applies for Australian citizenship is expected to renounce their cultural identity, customs or traditions. On behalf of all Australians, I congratulate you and wish you and your family all the best endeavours for the future. Thank you.
ladies and gentlemen, the Honourable Bob Catter, the federal member, apologises for his inability to attend today, but he extends his congratulations to today's Australia Day award winners and to our new Australian citizen. Mr Robbie Catter, the state member for Mount Isa, is invited to come up now and provide his congratulations. Welcome, Robbie.
Thank you, Terry, and thank you, Madam Mayor, for giving us an opportunity to speak. Well done with the ceremony today. Thank you, Barbara, Sam, for your welcoming country. I feel very proud to be, I use the word adopted onto this land, and I'm proud of the heritage that I'm part of now. There are many thousand years of first Australians here before us, so thanks for that welcome. Just say a few short words today. I notice there's been a lot of political discussions about Australia Day and what it means, and I try not to get too caught up in what that means nationally and just think about what it means to me here on the ground. And I think that's an important thing in the context of especially looking at a lot of the prize winners here today. And I think Mount Isa just does it perfectly what it means to me to be Australian, which is an appreciation of diversity. It doesn't matter in a footy club or a church or a community group. You can see all nations of the world and things you get involved in around Mount Isa, and that's a beautiful thing. And we appreciate that other people have different views and different backgrounds, and we appreciate that and live with it and get along, I like to think. And I think that's a great thing about Mount Isa and these sort of communities that you live in. And I thought I'd just give something to reflect on. I'm reading a book at the moment that talks about the city-country divide, and it was from a lady who's of Asian descent that moved from Sydney out to a country town in Victoria, and she was trying to explain through this book that people don't realise, and she came to realise that moving from the city, what people don't realise the virtues of living out in country areas. And she said there's one thing that struck me and really struck a chord looking at some of those winners today, the Australia Day Awards, is that community. And he said, in a big city like Sydney, you can be caught up in a middle class or a lower class or an upper class and not mixed with other parts of the community, or might be divided by, economics or money or social class or different cultural groups. But the beauty of living in any regional or rural towns and cities is that you're pretty much forced to mix together, and it's a wonderful thing. And also it forces the community, it's a fact. There was an article on it last weekend on The Australian about how the participation in community events is so much higher in rural areas like Mount Isa. So, without complicating things too much in Australia, it's great to support those virtues of community, participation, diversity, and it just makes this place such a pleasant place to live. Why I love living here, and I think why so many others love living here and seeing generations of families like the Coglins coming up getting prizes. They've continued to live here for so long. So congratulations on the day, congratulations to all our new citizens. Welcome to Mount Isa. We love the fact that you've chosen here to live, and to the award winners. Some of those are really special to me, some of those award winners today, and congratulations to everything you've done, and you make people like me feel really good about living in a place like this. Happy Australia Day.
Thanks very much, Robbie Catter. Thank you. And I'd like now to invite the Mayor to come forward and to conduct the affirmation ceremony.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on your seats is an Australian Day affirmation sheet, but also we are going to provide it on our large screen today. So if you just want to look up at the screen, we should have that there for you. This affirmation is provided in the spirit of Australia Day and gives you the opportunity, and for everyone who would like to participate in giving the affirmation of their loyalty to Australia. If you would like to make this affirmation, I invite you to now stand and repeat after me. As an Australian citizen, I affirm my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, and those laws I uphold and obey. Thank you. Take a seat. The aim of all Australians is building a stronger, harmonious and unified nation, and we will all work together to do this.
Thank you, Mayor Danielle. And if you aren't, well, you are, you're sitting down now. We invite you all now to stand. Please rise, and I invite the Rolling Tones on stage to perform the national anthem of Australia. Thank you, and I now invite Mayor Danielle to close the ceremony.
Okay, I sincerely thank everyone for attending this ceremony. What a wonderful opportunity for us to gather and celebrate this community and our nation. A very special thank you to Mr. Terry Lees, who is an icon for Mount Isa on his own. So please, a round of applause for Mr. Terry Lees. It's not unnoticed how much you have done for our community either, Terry. He kept our ceremony on track, and he is definitely a valued member of our community. So I'd also love to thank the Rolling Tones for your inspiring voices, and you've made this ceremony extra special, so thank you so much. On behalf of Mount Isa City Council, I extend a warm and happy Australia Day holiday to each and every one of you and encourage you to celebrate what is great about Australia and this land we call home. I invite you to stay for a while and have some refreshments with your fellow citizens, your awards nominees and winners. And before I invite all the Australian citizens up here for a group photo, there's a couple of things I'd just like to say. And one is, as much as this robe is very hot, it hasn't got past me what an honour and privilege it is to wear and be standing here today as your men. And it also hasn't got past me how lucky we are to be living in Mount Isa at this particular time. There's one thing that the Australia Day, when you did your citizenship when you did your quiz, and I know this because I'm an Australian citizen myself, there's one thing they don't tell you, and that there is a secret code that you have to yell every time you hear a certain word. So I'm going to do this test now to see how many Australians are in this room. Okay? Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! 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 Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Well, g'day, you're all Australian now. So I would love to invite now all the award recipients to come up here and get a group photo. Oh, sorry, I've jumped the gun. We're actually doing the rolling tones before we do the group photo, and one of my favourites, I still call Australia home. Thank you.
All the award winners, if they could please like to make their way up on stage to get a group photo, and then we need the Australia Day citizens. You've got the group photo there. You happy with that? So just the award winners at this stage. Thank you very much for a group photo. If you'd like to come up and join us on stage, all of you have won award.
Charles, did you write that?
Smile.
You wrote that speech. You did say that.
He said he wasn't.
Well done. Well done.
Congratulations, Darcy.